Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Splatoon 3's DLC Side Order. Now, I have a bit of some unfortunate or unusual news to share with you, in that, I kid you not, day 2 after this game came out, first try, I inadvertently beat the game. Yeah. I, uh, I guess we were so. I guess I didn't realize just how close we were to beating it the first time, and honestly, I thought this would be more of a slog getting there. So yeah, I've already seen the end credits and everything. So kind of awkward because I wanted to kind of show that here, given that this is a Let's Play. I mean, to be fair, I thought that by this game's very nature, or this DLC's very nature, is that it's meant to be replayed over and over again, right? So I guess in a sense, I kind of beat it, but not really. I mean, technically speaking, after you beat the game, at least after you beat the mode the first time, the player is more or less tasked with basically completing the tower, or clearing the tower over and over again with each different weapon. So you see all these colored in weapons here. Those are the ones I've already, finished the game with. Now, the one weapon I used that actually won was the paintbrush. Yeah, no kidding. I honestly didn't think the paintbrush would do it, but here we are. So rather than in an attempt to salvage this playthrough, and because I don't want to drag you through it, I will say that each of the weapons, I mean, there is new dialogue each time you reach the top floor, so there is still a bit of story going on, but it's kind of like it's kind of one of those at your own pace kind of things. So anyway, what I was thinking was I could effectively make this a tutorial video regarding just how you could possibly clear the tower. As far as how many more episodes I'll go with this, I think what I'll probably do, and as you can see, there are grayed out keys. There's an exact number of keys to open this, and there is one last pallet down below, so you are effectively meant to play the game and get all the keys before opening the final locker. Assuming that is even the final locker, because, well, I mean, there's still this center locker here. So I have an idea that that's probably some ultra special challenge at the end. So I think what I'll do is I'll attempt to make one more run, show you like an end credits, as it were, and then maybe I'll cut back and show you some kind of bonus or whatever. Now, to the surprise of absolutely nobody, your reward for completing this game this mode the first time, is, yes, you actually get an Inkopolis Square lobby. So, maybe I'll show that off at some point. Interestingly enough, however, that's not necessarily the end of things. Because if you go over here, after you clear the tower the first time, this guy shows up. And you can actually buy some swag with, the pearls that you've earned. You can get various tags. I mean, honestly, some of these things are pretty expensive, like this one right here, the parallel mask. So, anyway, I suppose the only logical thing to do would probably be to try to clear the tower with one of the weapons. Well, first let me see what kind of hacks we can use here. I can increase the number of lives. I can reduce my damage even further. I can give myself broken armor jump. Armor speed? Maybe. Attack damage has been kind of lacking of late. Or I can give the drone 5 actions, but I don't really think Pearl needs 5 actions, does she? I mean, some of the upgrades, or I guess if you want to call them cheat codes, because effectively that's kind of what they are. Some of them are more important, I feel, than others, like reveal boss 10 and 20. Spoiler alert, reveal the boss on floors 10 and 20. I will spoil this for you, there's only 3 different ones. So, there's a... in line with the same joke with this game and theme, there is a 33%... I think there's like a 33.3% chance of one particular boss over the other, with the exception being the boss at the 30th floor being the final boss. And it's always the same boss on the 30th floor. There's vending machine resets. 15 and 25, always having a vending machine available. I don't know about the risky rewards, honestly. I mean, that kind of feels like one of those, you know, end of everything challenge. You know, you could just buy this and, you know, go to town. Okay, well, here's what I'm going to do. Alright. I'm going to pick... how about this one? Yeah. That might work out. Alright, so here's the tutorial, right? I mean, when you're starting... I mean, the first run-through when you're starting out, you basically have your choice of this weapon, and eventually you'll get this one, followed by... I believe it was that one, and then the paintbrush. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I don't remember the order of which you find them in, but each weapon has different behaviors. Take this bow, for example. Some weapons don't fire by holding down the button, and other weapons have a charge when you hold down the weapon. So if you press repeatedly the R2? No, excuse me, ZR. Sorry. Old habits die hard, I guess. Oh, yeah, when you clear the tower the first time, the tower kind of gets all funky. So anyway, some weapons have different behaviors. Like this one, keep pressing the button, and you can ink a lot of turf this way. Or hold it down, and you can get some devastating attack or long range, or in this case, a longer range attack. And then, of course, you got your sub and special weapons. The vending machines on each floor can actually change the special and the sub weapon. So you get, in this case, you get Killer Whale and Toxic Mist. Now, another weapon you could go with, like, for example, this one, and it too has its own functions. It doesn't have any rapid fire, but if you choose the weapon rapid ability, you know, the speed of which you're able to fire another shot does increase. So even if you're not using a gun type weapon which has rapid in its name, I guess. Not really. You can actually fire more often. Like right now, you could probably hear it, but I'm tapping as fast as I can, and that's as many shots as I can fire and as fast as I fire. And of course, not all weapons, when you hold it down, have other functions. You do this. I mean, for those of you who are used to playing with umbrella weapons, I mean, that's pretty much how it is. Huh, that's interesting. So I can't change the palette until the until the canopy comes back, huh? So you can get Agent 4's blaster. And it's pretty much your standard gun. Now, if you notice, the shots on this thing, they tend to go every which way. I'm guessing if you... there is a... Let's see, ink damage, splash, sound wave, main firing speed. Oh, I'm missing one for the Splatana wiper, huh? I'll have to do that. I might have to consider doing that on my own time, but splatting barrage, main damage close and distant. Yeah, some weapons are better suited to be a close range combat weapon, like the Brella and the Splatana. That's where close comes in. Weapons that are great at a distance, like the gun, for example. I mean, you can do more damage at a distance. Now, I personally, between these two, prefer the main damage close, because I think it just makes more sense, right? For all weapons to deal more damage when you're close, because the one thing you don't want to happen in this game, or in this mode, is to get swarmed. And, you know, you're pretty much dead if you get swarmed by too many enemies. Dealing more damage will let you destroy them a lot faster. Then there's poison ink. What's the one I'm thinking of? I mean, some of these are pretty self-explanatory. Knockback here, on the other hand, you know, basically your main weapon can push back enemies farther. The more of those you have. Explosion knockback, shot spread reduction. This reduces the spray from your ink shots. Always helps to hit whatever you're aiming at. So, yeah. So if you're using a weapon like the dualies or whatever, where the shots seemingly go everywhere, this one keeps them more or less laser focused on a target. Of course, I'm guessing pairing this with, say, homing shots will almost guarantee that you actually hit them. I mean, combine this with a few other palettes or colors can actually help a great deal. I'm sure you've seen the shorts from Nintendo's own YouTube channel about how I think they had the splatter shot, but it was basically like a machine gun. It was just going and it wasn't even a Gatling gun. So I'm guessing that you can, if you want, traverse the tower with a weapon you've already gotten the achievement for. I mean, they keep calling them pallets, so, you know, like this one I've already reconfigured. They call it reconfiguring the pallets, and they've already explained that it's kind of like the soul of the person who often uses it. Like this one here is supposed to be Agent 4. This one's Callie. I mean, you can see the pictures, right? I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. But each weapon more or less excels at a particular field. Like this one, for example. What you'll want is more range and mobility. I mean, you don't have to have range and mobility. I mean, if you want, you can reconfigure the hacks to basically keep the available upgrades at random. Because or basically you could have a slight bias towards something. But, I mean, the best way to get what you want, I think, is to basically just stop at a vending machine whenever you can. So, let's see. I said I was going to do this with a new weapon, so here's what I'm going to do. Now, since we're already about 15 minutes into this episode, I'm going to go ahead and try to clear this with this weapon. Now, I will promise you that if I beat the guy at the top floor, we will relive the memory of the first final battle. That sounds weird, doesn't it? First final battle. So, a bit of a spoiler here. The guy at the very top floor here, the very first time you play this, that actually is a two-phase fight. There's the arbitrary phase where you have to actually where your lives matter, and, you know, you have to put forth an effort to take him down. And then a cutscene plays, and, you know, all hope seemed lost, and then, you know, I pulled through, and then we had an epic, you know, victory lap battle is what we had after that, where the lives don't matter, you can get splatted as many times as you want. Basically, you know, well, I mean, I'll show you if I beat this guy, right? Now, unfortunately, we already know who he is. Also, the characters will have repeat dialogue, so I apologize if I spam through it. Let's see. So I want mobility and range for this thing. Okay. Well, none of these sound pretty good. Now, I can reset the floor with one of the hacks, but... actually, you know what? Let's do that. Drone gauge charge, turf drone gauge, explosion knockback. Again, none of these are pretty good. Increases the drone gauge fill rate. I'm gonna get this for now, but eventually one of the options are going to be available. So, as far as I know, Pearl, or the Pearl drone, whatever, doesn't really do much when she doesn't have any options set. Okay, well, except for this time around. Okay, well, I guess this is the exception. I guess she's supercharged for this floor, so she'll just be spamming here, but... yeah, but if I don't have any options for her in my palette, I don't think charging the gauge will do anything. So I don't think she has a basic attack unless I set one, you know? So if I want her to just do nothing but, say, ink strikes, it probably would be in my best interest to just avoid everything else and just invest in just ink strike. Or there's also an option where, I mean, oh, I guess you can't really see it after I pause, but on the right-hand side, you see the wheels here of her options. The one with the question mark is basically the item option. Eventually, if that fills up, she'll actually drop an item for you. You know, apart from what you might get when you defeat enemies. Okay, well that was an easy floor, but... okay. Homing shots? I don't know about charge storage, but I guess based on this, I never got even one before. Why not? Might be entertaining. So the thing is, you have a limited space on your palette. I've come to the discovery, I've learned the hard way that, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, wait, no, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 times 4, that's 9, 18, 20, 30. That's 36 different spaces. If all 36 spaces are filled, then each floor you come to thereafter is just going to award you pearls for the trouble. And as far as I know, I don't think a vending machine even spawns after that, so kind of don't want to... so you may not want to do too well, but, you know, you could always just give yourself more lives with the pearls you do gain, so... okay, so... anyway, enough blabbing here. Oh shit. Oh, suffice to say, the game does give me the ability to actually show you the credits even after I've already beaten this mode, so, you know, if I do beat the guy at the top floor, you know, I will show you the credits, and I'm not sure if that'll be the end of the LP at that point. I mean, by the time this comes out, you know, a month will have already passed, but it's only been a few days from my time. In fact, right now it's February 27th, so... Well, I got splatted there, but that's okay, because I got 4 lives instead of 3. My recommendation, if you're going to invest in lives, or more lives per run, I'd probably stick with 3 at the start, and then, you know, after you get all the more memorable upgrades, or after you get the more meaningful upgrades to you, you could probably invest in more lives thereafter, because, you know, some of these upgrades, they do, okay. Got it. Okay, run speed up or rush attack. Honestly, I'd probably go to the vending machine just to see what they got. Plus, this is the only way you can replenish lives, and you can only replenish them one at a time here. For every each life you have to buy, the price subsequently goes up, so just like with the upgrades. With the exception of being able to change your upgrade to something different. Okay, well, it's only 15, so that's not a big deal. Run speed up. Honestly, I haven't really had much use for the run speed up, honestly. Let's reset the stock here. Ink Splat Recovery. Ink Saver Main. Or I could get Ultra Stamp. Now let's go with Ink Saver here. Okay, well, unfortunately, being that we just started this run, I don't have too much money to go with, so I could have just as easily avoided the vending machine too, but Turf Drone Gauge fills the drone gauge by inking surfaces, or sound wave damage. I have to go with sound wave damage. Personally, I think destroying the portals is one of my favorites still, I mean, the way they come out of the portals, I mean, it's like... I mean, it literally is like a computer simulation where, like it gets glitchy and they just appear or manifest. I think I might want to opt for rapid fire. Ink recovery rate. I mean, that's nice too, I guess. I feel that one might be a bit more practical than the Toxic Mist. Honestly. Drone gauge charge. Okay, well the drone batteries aren't going to do me much good. No, I think we're good. Save the money. Okay, now this one, drone items will probably be more helpful to me. Now, the more kinds of color palettes you have, you know, the different color your ink is going to be. Okay, well, I think we're about coming up on time in the episode, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.